A 2-minute warning, right? Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Bromlow with Bromlow Law, estate planning, elder law, and special needs planning attorney. You hear it every week. I'm here to tell you a little bit about myself, my own personal background today, and then why my services are important to you. Okay, so I am married to a very supportive and patient man. His name is Chris. And I have 2 beautiful children, Katie and Jack. They're 11 and 8 years old. And my little family is the inspiration for my life, right? They guide every move. They are the ones that make me want to be successful. So when I'm not at work doing estate planning and meeting with clients, I'm either in church, I'm taking my kids to their different activities, or I am taking care of my 3 dogs. I have 3 dogs. I'm an animal lover. And let's see, I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, and I come from a broken family. So when I was 4 years old, my parents got divorced. I come from a family with a lot of drama, okay? A lot of yelling going on in the houses. Relationships broken off because people didn't communicate, okay? This sort of thing. So it's no wonder that I married a man who is very calm, very laid back, does not get upset about anything. Our house, the only emotion coming from our house is from this one. And sometimes it's a lot. But because of my background and because of despite all the drama in my home, I love, of course, my family of origin, and the drama continues with them, by the way. Still continued broken relationships and all that. But because of that background that I come from, I'm a very different kind of attorney. A lot of attorneys enjoy conflict. A lot of attorneys love litigation and love to get in there and put their digs into other people. That is not me. You're going to come into my office. It's going to be a calm atmosphere. It's going to be peaceful. My whole mission in my practice is to serve my clients with peace and serenity, to bring some peace into their lives, okay? I want to create cohesive family units. I want to heal families. I do not want to tear apart families. Now, the reason people come into my office is to do planning for the loved ones that they have in their lives. I want you to take one moment. I want everybody to close your eyes. And I want you to think about the people in your life that are most important to you. Really picture them. Maybe it's just a couple. Maybe there's 5. I don't know how many you have. Then I want you to think about what your legacy is that you want to pass on to those loved ones. What is it? Is it a love of God? Is it a love of education? Is it hard working, a hard work ethic? Okay, you can open your eyes. Now I want you to imagine that you walk out this door today, and God forbid, something terrible happens to you. You're in an accident, you're in a car accident. And you become either incapacitated or you die, one or the other, okay? You can no longer make your own decisions. When you think about those loved ones, one of them is going to have to step up and start making some decisions for you if you're incapacitated. You're in a hospital, you're sitting there, you can't make your own healthcare decisions. You can't make your own financial decisions. Okay? That loved one, probably the most responsible one that you were thinking of, is going to have to step forward. Now, they're going to be mourning the loss of the loved one that you were. You're a different person now. They're mourning that loss. Now they're undergoing stress of finding an attorney to help them through a painstaking, lengthy, and costly court process. They have to go to court. They have to ask a judge if they can be in charge of your stuff, and the judge is going to have to look at the California laws and say yes or no based on California law. It's not going to be your decision anymore, okay? So my clients come into me, and why it's important that you come into someone like myself is that you want to have a say. Remember those values you were thinking about? You want to have a say in what somebody's doing for you, what they're doing for you, who's doing it for you if you can no longer do it yourself, and how they're doing it for you. So if reading is an important thing to you and you can no longer read yourself, you want to have wishes down that somebody's going to come in and read to you once in a while, okay? I know it sounds trivial, but it's an important thing to think about. So these are things that I do with my clients. I'm going to kind of switch gears a little bit and talk about one of the niche areas that I do, which is special needs planning. And even, who has young children here? Anyone have young children? Okay, so several people have young children. So even if your child is not a special needs child, you need to do the planning. So if something, you walk out here and something happens to you, who's going to take care of your kids, right? Those are your most precious things that you have here. Who's going to take care of them, and how are they going to take care of them? Coming up with the who is always difficult for couples, but also taking care of how they're going to take care of them, okay? So I had some friends in the other day, and we were talking about and of course they were arguing who's going to take care of, no mom, no my sister, no my mom, no my sister. And we finally talked it through and were able to come up, okay, we'll do mom first and then sister, but let's put some conditions on it. Let's make sure they're going to a Christian school, or let's make sure, you know, they live within a certain vicinity of family, or let's make sure that they're going to continue to maintain a relationship with extended family. Okay, all these things were important to this couple, so we put it down. Even if we don't put it down in the legal documents, there's something called a memorandum of intent. It's super important for parents of young children to write down what your wishes are for that kid, because you're not going to be around anymore if something happens. And so they're not going to know that it's important to have bedtime reading at night with your child. They're not going to know that that's a routine for your child. What is the child's routine? They're not going to know that that child's allergic to cats. They're not going to know that the child's allergic to peanuts or whatever it is, right? You need that memorandum of intent that's going to thoroughly explain how you're raising your kids and what's important to you, what legacy you want to leave to them. The other really important thing about estate planning that I try to do is communication among the family to avoid that conflict, to bring harmony to the family. And so what we do is, after we create the plan, we're sitting down or we're teleconferencing, we're communicating with family members about what this plan is that we just put together. So we're talking about, okay, this is where I'm keeping my estate planning documents. So if something happens to me, you're in charge, you better come find these documents. Or I'm sending you a copy of these documents right now, because if something happens to me, I want you to know. So we're having an open dialogue with family members so that they know why certain decisions were made. It's not that I favor one adult child over another adult child. This person is closer to me. I love you just as much. This child is physically closer to me, more capable of making decisions, practically speaking, okay? So we're talking about it among the family. We're making sure everybody's on the same page, and we're making sure no feelings are hurt, nobody's getting cut off in the family. We're trying to maintain harmony in the family. So that's what I do, and that's how I do it. I try to bring peace and harmony to my families. I love working with families. I love counseling families. That's my favorite part of my job, is counseling and helping people make those tough decisions, and then making sure everybody understands why those decisions were made. I'm Laura Bromlow with Bromlow Law, estate planning, special needs planning, and elder law. Thank you.